Billy Currington and Good Directions.
Making me nervous. I know the song's ending, and you're just still chatting away.
Chatting about other things.
Yeah.
I was talking about dolphins, man. You can't go wrong talking about dolphins. Who cares about the music? Let it die. I'm in the middle of a very important conversation about how I swam with dolphins in North Carolina.
The dolphins are still very scarred.
It was an interesting time. I'm actually skittish when it comes to the ocean because we had a school of hammerhead sharks that used to live literally under our boat when we lived in Hawaii, and we used to go swimming every day. And my son actually had no issues. I guess if you don't stick your fingers or your toes out, their heads are blocking like a direct eating people kind of thing. And dolphins just, fascinating to me. They just jump through the water effortlessly. Wanting vacation. Wanted to go swimming on a day like today. It's so beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous out there.
You and I had been discussing the fact that you need to lay down foundation of pad.
Oh, we're going to talk about this again, man. We're beating a dead horse. What are you talking about here?
No, because you came up with it.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Is it my cologne?
More like I need to give you a high colonic.
Hey.
Ode. So we were talking about having to have a pad for oil tanks, not for propane, just for oil. If it's inside your home, you need not worry about it. If it's outside of your home, that's when you need to concern yourself with it. And the reason we started talking about this is we were telling you that this is going to be a law taking into effect quickly.
And if you think about it, one of the big reasons why I brought it up is I wanted to give an indication of things that insurance carriers will actually require that the state doesn't, and now the state's kind of catching up to it.
And now
that was the catalyst for that conversation.
And now the state has a problem with it. The outcry of many, mostly people who are in mobile homes. You have less. Typically, if you're in a mobile home than a large home, and a lot of those have oil tanks outside of their mobile home. That's really who they're targeting. But the public outcry was so awful that they decided to give you not until July 1st, but July 1st of the year 2020.
I think it needs to be inspected. There's
3 years.
It's important to really pay attention to the stories and get all the details for yourself, and don't put it off if you can avoid it. But that's our take, is that the public outcry has extended the deadline, so it's a good thing.
And you were actually discussing having a ledge or some kind of covering on the top of. Is that already a law, a rule?
That's a rule that most insurance companies have. They don't want if it. All right, a little.
Just keep talking.
No, I'm jamming to some thunder. So yeah, that's something we've enforced for many years.
It's just my wife. She likes to call while I'm having conversation on the radio. I've only been doing this here for 2 years.
I go to conferences and mute my phone. You do a live radio show and don't.
If I don't, and her medication runs out, she has a real problem. It comes DEFCON 1, hurry, emergency. So.
Gotcha.
So we have had extensive conversation last time around because Sue Taylor from Artistic Gardens had a slew of questions about deer and about animals and property destroyed and what have you, and we separated it. What is a car problem? What is a home problem? Is there anything that you wanted to add or touch upon this time around?
There was something that I caught because I did listen to it back. I tried to listen to it back, and the reason being is that if I misspeak...
You actually listen to this again?
I have to, because I'm afraid that if I misspeak on something, I don't want to be held liable. Come on, it's the business I'm in, sir.
No kidding.
So there was one thing. I think I might not have been so direct with the animal part of the exclusion for damage to the house. So the way that the exclusion reads, it does say animals, vermin, rodents, insects. Well, the animals, of course, being your own owned animals. So, bear, deer, something like that comes and causes damage. Subject to your deductible, sure, there would be coverage. So that was the one clarification I wanted to make from last week.
Now, as far as having home insurance, do generally people not do small claims just because they don't want the hassle? I break my big screen TV. I'll go get another one for $300.
Right.
Rather than, is that something I can claim and get refunded
Yeah, but
back?
if it's a $300 television, I mean, the lowest available deductible on a traditional homeowner policy with a few companies is $250. With more companies, the minimum one is $500. So you're not even meeting the deductible at that point anyway. And that's why there is a deductible to prevent what the companies would consider nuisance claims.
Right.
You know, and you don't want to be a nuisance claimant, because if that's the case, you're going to probably see a higher rate or lose your policy
And
entirely.
get dropped at some point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, let's say that there are a lot of unfortunate small events that occur.
Oh, sure.
Does my deductible, paying it off $500, let's say it is, for this year, does that then cover me for calendar year? Is it 365 days? What is that?
It's a per occurrence.
Per occurrence.
Yeah, so if you hit a deer today and you have a $250 comprehensive deductible, and then you hit a deer next week when your car's fixed, or 3 weeks from now when your car's fixed, another deductible applies. It's the same for all policies. So there's no aggregation there. It's absolute per occurrence.
Absolute aggregation. I like that word.
I wanted to pull that out. I'm not even sure I used it right, but it sounded really good.
I'm not questioning your veracity, but
welcome to vocabulary talk. All right. So we're getting long here, but I wanted to talk again about the big event this weekend.
Big event this weekend.
Yes.
Relay for life. Relay for life.
Great event. It used to be an overnight event. If you're not familiar, if this is the first time you've heard about the Relay for Life of Caledonia County, it is held at the football field, the St. Johnsbury Academy. It goes from, I believe it's noon to midnight this year. I probably should know because I have to be there to talk, but it's a great event. This year's theme is Tune Out Cancer.
It is noon to midnight.
Okay, and it's just a wonderful event, and it's about raising money for the American Cancer Society, and I totally contribute, and I think that's a big thing. But I also think it's the camaraderie, it's the show of support, it's the community coming together to show that we can take a stand against this horrific disease, and that's why I love the event, and that's why I encourage you, if you've never witnessed it, I would encourage you to come down. It's a free event, and it's just a wonderful community thing.
It is very emotional, and our very own Diane Roy will be walking in the Survivor Lab.
Yes.
And I understand that they would like you to come up with some donations for being a part of it, but you don't need to. You can go there.
Right.
And anything helps. Any little thing helps. But, of course, they would like you to come with like $100 bill.
Well, yeah, but there's nobody there taking money.
And I told her,
the
I
gate,
said,
anyway.
I'd like to sponsor you, but I'm broke, so I just want to know, could I borrow $100? I'd like to pass that on to my friend.
Somebody's sneezing back there. God
bless you.
You're welcome. There's really no requirement to come with money. I mean, if you most people who show up are either on a team, or they're just interested in maybe donated to somebody already. But there's nothing saying you have to come with money. But you should, because all kinds of teams have raffles, food, all kinds of fun things going on.
Yeah, there's great stuff going on there.
Yeah.
All right, your time is totally done.
That was relay time. So let's go back to the good policies talk.
No, wait. Time's up. Thank you, Mike Barrett.
Session.
Barrett Insurance Agency. If you'd like to hear this conversation, know more information about Relay for Life, or check up on your policy, you can do so by contacting
748-5224 is our phone number. We're on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. You can visit us online at thebarrettagency.com, and then we're on Facebook, Google+, and YouTube as Barrett Insurance Agency.
Have yourself a great day. Look forward to talking to you next Wednesday.
Sounds good.